Cool. Hey James, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So today we're going to talk about juggling family life with reasonably intense leadership roles, which is all about the juggling, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about being a dad and juggling family life and tech leadership stuff. So, I guess because of the kind of roles that we have to be quite present. We have to be going and seeing clients or potential prospects or investors quite a lot. So, it's, yeah, how do we balance and juggle that? So, maybe firstly to you, how you're further into it than I am.
Yeah.
How do you manage to spin all the plates or not?
There are no quick wins in this scenario, is what I've learned. So for context, I'm 18 months into fatherhood. So Rudy's 18 months now, and you are coming up to 3, is it?
4 months coming up
4
to
months.
just
Wow.
3, yeah. Flies,
Doesn't it feel like the longest and shortest time of your life?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Time perception's gone a bit strange for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a bit crazy at first, isn't it? You sort of in that little bubble when the baby first arrives and you sort of figuring it out and you're not really doing much work, and that's good. But then you sort of thrown into this situation where you've got to then start juggling that sort of high intensity role with family life and being present and all that. And yeah, it's quite demanding, isn't it? It's quite challenging. You can't really describe it.
Yeah. It probably came for me in the middle of quite an intense project as well, which was quite difficult. It was hard to, not try and get stuck back into it during my paternity leave and just try and take the time because you need that to sort of adjust. Although I did find the first couple of weeks sort of strangely like chill. Like I thought it was going to be a lot more chaos. And I think that comes later, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Work.
Well, I think that we're sort of used to making constant priority calls and trying to move things around, and the one immovable deadline is the arrival of a baby, and you don't know necessarily when it's going to come unless it's a planned C-section or something. So yeah, it's always quite interesting to have those priorities reorganized for you, where you just got to throw yourself into it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think I quite enjoyed those first few weeks, just getting into the rhythm of it, spending a little time at home, trying to figure out, how the hell to change a nappy. I think I got that down fairly quickly. There's a few, more than a few situations along the way, let's say, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. And then I think those first few days back, because my business partner Dario, his daughter was born 1 hour apart in the same hospital.
You bumped into him on the ward, didn't you?
Bumped into him on the ward,
Yeah.
which is absolutely nuts. Forgetting the fact that I probably handed a few bits over to him before I went off, only to see him there in this hospital that we weren't meant to be.
Oh shit, that handover was pointless.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of overlap between me and Dario because we do a lot of new biz stuff, so meeting a lot of clients and stuff. Yeah, pretty chaos.
Yeah.
I think now I'm sort of into the swing of it. I think the tricky bit for me is like, obviously waking up in the night now and then to do night feeds and stuff, and trying to stop myself from just getting stuck into the day. I used to wake up pretty early anyway before Poppy, but like 3 a.m, you don't really want to be starting your day there if you've got meetings up till 4 p.m.
Yeah.
You might not have enough gas in the tank. So yeah, how do you combat that? Do you have any tricks to not keeping your mind within?
I think I've really enjoyed. So I use Things. I think you use Things as well, which is like a to-do app on Mac. It's amazing. It's like really simple, but it's great. And that sort of getting things done, chucking stuff into the inbox and forgetting about it, for me was a really healthy habit to form. Like, okay, I wake up, my mind starts working. put it into the inbox and things. It'll be there when I hopefully wake up in the morning and like, I can get my head back down again. But it's weird because when you're looking after a baby, you just sort of your adrenaline kicks in. Like, oh God, they're up, or I've got to do this or that. Like you sort of your body creates energy, doesn't it, through adrenaline. So it's not always easiest to get back to sleep. I know a lot of people listen to podcasts and try and go back to sleep to podcasts, but that never worked for me. It just made me engage and wake up more, which wasn't
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah, podcasts, not relaxing for me. Or the ones I
No.
listen to, at least. I use an app called Luminate, which is like a sort of like meditation app,
Okay.
which I can only really use if I'm looking after Poppy on my own, because it's like a flashing lights thing. It sounds counterintuitive to shine super bright lights in your eyes when you can't sleep,
Yeah.
but it does actually work. They've got like
Oh, nice.
a wind down ritual one,
Right.
which I really like. Failing that, I quite like the Headspace sleepcasts, which are a bit more normal.
Yeah, I've not got into Headspace properly. I tried it a little while ago, but it just didn't work for me. I don't know what it was. Didn't click.
Yeah, fair. I think
But
some people focus too much on the story and it's too distracting, but yeah,
mm,
I find it quite good.
mm.
Um, guess other apps that I'm using at the moment, Napper, which is quite good. It's
Oh
like
yeah, that's the sort of perfect nap time predictor, isn't it?
perfect nap time predictor. I think you do have to force them into the naps for it to work.
Mm,
A few people that I know on the NCT group have used it, and the ones that have managed to, I mean, every kid's going to be different, but the ones that manage to get them down at those times seem to have the best luck with it.
mm.
Some kids just don't, won't sleep. So
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. You speak to people from NCT, and you're like, "Am I just lucky, or am I good at this?" I think I'm just lucky. I think,
it's 90% luck. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think it's weird, isn't it? Because you basically had the baby. Everyone's like, "Congratulations, that's great. You've had a baby." And then probably a few weeks after that, when you're back at work again, people sort of forget about the fact that you're still juggling newborn life and you're still trying to create focus from a situation that is trying to steal it from you. And it's no fault of people like that you work with. It's just sort of life that it's assumed that you'll be juggling family life with the high intensity role that you're in. But I think it's important that you sort of figure out how to create boundaries, right? So how you communicate, how you're prioritizing, what you're working on, what you won't be doing.
Yeah. I think I've been quite bad at that over my lifetime, and now I have to be good at it. It's, I'm very much now saying no to things. I had a 2-day workshop this week and a conference, an event speaking slot. And I said, I'm just going to have to say no to one of these things. So, yeah, fortunately, it's the event. Um, it just makes sense though, because I won't have enough energy to do all the things, and I'll shortchange one there's no point shortchanging everything and doing everything crap. And then letting the family down as well. So yeah, saying no is, difficult but needed.
Yeah, I think the challenge is as well. You realize when you're not trying to look after a child, that how much you react to other people's sort of needs and requirements. And obviously, if you're in a service based business, like there's a degree of that where you have to flex and you have to make things work. But equally, I think you realize probably where you're sort of dealing with some people's unpreparedness, and you're like, you might be dropping some things that are important to you to help someone else, or to figure something out. And that's part of the fun of running a consultancy. But equally, it's something that you can sort of slip into bad habits with if you don't get it right when you've got a baby to look after.
Yeah. I mean, but the first 15 years of running Parallax is the default mode is to say yes and figure it out
Yeah,
later. Because
yeah,
that's what consultancies do.
yeah,
Like client says, I've got this hairy problem, I need loads of people. Feels almost impossible, and you just say yes anyway. So to break that sort of habit, I guess, is quite difficult.
yeah. I think the thing is part of the fun of that sort of consultancy work is that you are Um, you're constantly learning, discovering ways to do things. You're constantly problem solving, and that sort of like reactive problem solving is part of the joy of the job. I think, like, it's really fulfilling, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Give us a problem. We'll figure it out by hook or by crook. We'll do
Yeah.
something and we'll make it happen. Uh, but now you've got some other plates to spin that you can't.
I'm currently problem solving a multitude of things, like can't get naps to work, or yeah, I can't get the feeds right, or yeah, some things up and I can't figure out what.
Yeah. And yeah, people can romanticize hustle culture, or they're like, it just sometimes stuff just doesn't fit. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
There isn't
yeah,
enough space to put all the blocks in, like
yeah,
work. So, and then
yeah.
we've also got the added issue of our pets going wonky as well.
Yes, it's like, just dials up the intensity of the problems even more. So like you've had a bit of fun with, yeah, with
Even my
Dottie.
cat, she's a Maine Coon, so she's quite, yeah, she's quite needy, very like dog-like, follows you around everywhere, gets quite sensitive. And with the arrival of babies, now she's acutely aware that she's been pushed out. She doesn't get as much attention as she used to. I think she
Yeah,
does. She doesn't think she does. Quite a complex animal.
yeah. You're like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, exactly. Why being a dick?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, we had the same with Louis. Like, he was top dog until he wasn't. He's adjusted really well to Rudy. Actually, he's been really like gentle around him, even when Rudy's tried to sort of, instead of stroke, pull his fur. But yeah, more recently, just seems like he's just not fancying the dog walks and all that sort of stuff. So we're just digging into other things that might be going on for him, and he's sort of juggling different family members and trying to figure out, keep everyone in balance. Really, it's quite an interesting task.
Yeah, quite difficult. I guess if if dogs aren't walking as well, they then get more worked up, and it's sort of a
Mm.
vicious cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, so he loves running, which is good. So I run with him, which helps knacker him out because he's a cocker spaniel, so he likes a good run. But yeah, it's like this list of things. Like, I understand now when you speak to parents, they're like, we're spinning plates. It's a fine balancing act. It's like, if one of those things goes out of whack, it just really changes what your week looks like. And that took a lot for me to get my head around. It's like, I used to sit there on a Monday morning and be like, right, this is my week. I'm good. Let's go. And actually, that's not really how it works anymore. It's like, right, this is the next hour. Let's hope that goes okay. Let's go.
And then you sort of have to, everything else has to go to the side, doesn't it? So it's
Yeah.
sort of like a yeah, a moment where you realize you're not the most important person in the world anymore, and
Yeah. It's
maybe
humbling.
maybe you can't go skiing for 2 hours on a Tuesday.
Yeah. What do you mean? You want to go drink martinis on a Wednesday afternoon? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, nappy bin needs sorting.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that real reality check when you sort of, because you sort of finish work maybe. At the moment, it's like you finish work, go get ready from nursery, you'll come home, you'll do sort of bedtime and everything like that, and you get him down. You're like, right, what now? Okay, I'll probably tidy the house, get ready for tomorrow, cook some food. Before you know it, it's like 9 o'clock. You're knackered. You get like barely got anything left, and you're just like, right, I guess we'll go to bed then.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, and whereas before, like, I used to work quite productively in the evenings, which I still do, but you're sort of eating into tomorrow's time at that point, are you? Because you might be up early or whatever. So
Yeah, but it just time seems to have changed quite dramatically. I guess I wonder what the fuck I was doing before, because it's like, how did I have that much time?
yeah, it's like the for me, I look back at like the level of focus I had, where I'd be like, I'm going to spend the morning doing this thing, and I'd get deep into some work, and that would be uninterrupted time, and it's just like, that's never coming back, at least for 18 years.
I
Yeah.
guess one of the good things is that it is very rewarding, and it is it is a really nice feeling, and it is yeah. I guess you don't need as much recreational time.
Mm.
Well, you better not anyway.
Yeah, just get used to that. Yeah.
I think one of the tricky parts that I'm still navigating is traveling for work, because I think all the best conversations happen in person, and in-person workshops, meeting clients face to face, especially when so much like one of our clients said that they weren't even sure if one of the companies they were working with, like the emails they're sending them were real or if they're AI generated. And like, um, yeah, I think face to face is super important. And I think
Mm,
with the transport links that we have from the north to the south, they're
mm,
generally pretty good, but I've had some bad experiences lately. It's just all those little paper cuts adding up, and it's just extra difficult. Like a 2 hour
yeah.
delay would be fine normally, but if that means you're missing the last nap of the day or doing a
Mm.
wind down or making dinner or something, then suddenly it's a big problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you're burdening your partner with like all that, like, do you mind if you just do all that stuff as well? It's like, oh, they might have been at it all day. It's like actually they were really waiting for you to come home and help, and yeah,
And,
it's not your fault.
and
Yeah,
getting the 40 quid back from LNER is the least of your worries, really, isn't it?
you can forget about that.
I have
Yeah.
my evening back.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Delay repay. Excellent. Yeah, I think the transport links in general, they have been reasonably good up until recently. That 2 hour to London from Leeds was a great godsend. That like a few hours to get some work done on the way down. But yeah, if that journey goes wrong at any point, I'm going to Brighton on Thursday, and that's always a nightmare trip because you got to go into London, change the Thames link, and then get down to Brighton, and it's just a very long journey. And
Yeah.
there's always bits that can go wrong.
It usually works fine down to King's Cross and then goes wonky from there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Uh,
Yeah, and the Thames Link trains don't have tables, so it's like, well, I want to get some work done. And you sort of faffing around in your lap. It's not great.
no,
Yeah,
no, it's lost in
but
your
yeah, but yeah, I think so. So basically, communicate boundaries, plan your travel scarcely, and try and plan for chaos, and yeah, I guess just really communicate with your coworkers and clients what's going on, and try and figure out the most optimal times to work. Is sort of that's my takeaway. I think.
yeah. No, it makes total sense. I think we've been working with a new client recently, and they've seemed to be quite understanding around like they've been putting in last minute requests quite ramping up, but Poppy's been joining a lot of those meetings because we're just getting started, and they seem to have a good culture of like um yeah, family being prioritized. So they seem pretty chill about it. But I think it hopefully sets a bit of a good example to the staff to let them know that they can do that as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Though, is you've got to create the culture that you want to see and you want people to feel comfortable around, right? So, as a leader in that company, you've got to be like, look, I'm going to bring my daughter onto the call, or I've got to dash off. Something's changed. I need to go and get Rudy, or I think actually people seeing the human side of that and seeing that it's okay, like, and you can bring your kid on call if you have to. That's just like reality of life. I think it's important for us as leaders to model that behavior and to normalize it.
Yeah, I think agree. I think the having the extra planning and foresight though to make sure that if you do have to drop a meeting or turn up late, you've pre-prepared stuff that so that people can work asynchronously without you as well. So that then you're not becoming a blocker. I think I always liked I always like to get up really early and write my notes for the meetings that I had during the day, and now I'm just doing that way earlier, which I probably should have done all along.
Yeah.
So it's sort of changing my brain and it's making me a bit more forward thinking in terms of like this is my week coming up, and I'm almost getting everything ready like days in advance rather than sort of just in time, which is what I was doing before. Which I'm
Yeah,
not
if
sure how that works as well as it did.
it's sort of
Now,
forcing you to form good habits, isn't it, really?
yeah, there was never any room for error before, and now
Mm.
you have to give that room and breathing space.
Well, I mean, it's a good rule of business to try and make yourself redundant. Essentially, that's something that how you plan processes and like systems, so you can it's the bus factor, isn't it? Almost in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Yeah, someone
yeah.
wins the lottery, you can't rely on them anymore. And I think it's it's having the outcome not depend on individual performance in that moment. The systems need to be in place that things can go wrong and it still all does still work.
Yeah, that's a that's a really good point. Yeah, it's around not creating these sort of time critical moments for things to succeed. It's how you plan around that. I like that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still learning and I know it's going to get a lot harder before it gets easier, but um, I think I'm getting into the swing of it.
Yeah, well, you're doing better than I was at 3 months, so so carry on.
Or hiding
Nice.
it well, either.
Yeah, just like the duck's legs are swimming and quite hard under the water.
Cool. Well, thanks for chatting to me about that. And yeah, I've got all the nursery lurgy stuff to look forward to. And I think that adds an extra dimension or 10 to contend with.
Yeah, yeah. Your immune system is in for some penetration testing, is what I would say.
For germs. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. Ace. Cool.
nice.
Thanks very
All
much.
right. Yeah, chat soon. See you.